रियली ऑनर कि आपने इतने कम वक्त में इतने लोगों को इकट्ठा किया और हमारी सपोर्ट की।
इंशाल्लाह दिलो जान से हम लोग आपके साथ हैं, प्रे भी करेंगे और इंशाल्लाह जो हमारी पावर है उसके साथ लड़ेंगे भी आपके साथ इंशाल्लाह। God bless you।
बहुत मुश्किल मेरे दोस्त खालिद नज़ीर यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं। खालिद नज़ीर की ख़ास बात यह है कि मेरी कैंपेन शुरू होने से कई हफ्ते पहले से ये कॉन्स्टेंटली हर रोज़ कई घंटे या फ़ोन पे या इंटरनेट पे या ट्रैवल में लगाते हैं। कई स्टेटों में मेरे साथ जा चुके हैं। रियली बेटर एंड बिगर देन ब्रदर। तैमूर यहाँ मेरा छोटा भाई भी है, बल्कि मेरा लाइक नेफ्यूज़ लॉस एंजलिस से सिर्फ इस चीज़ के लिए यहाँ है कि अपने दोस्तों से मिलवा सकें। और सिर्फ यहाँ नहीं, बाकी जगहों पे भी। अगर मैं सियाटल में जाता हूँ तो उसके दोस्त मिल जाते हैं। कोलंबस में एक बड़ा प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, वहाँ पे LA में बहुत लोगों को जानता है, न सिर्फ पाकिस्तानी, अरबियों के साथ, फ़लस्तीनियों के साथ, सीरियंस के साथ, पर्शियन के साथ बहुत कनेक्टेड। जा साहब थैंक यू, तुहाडा मेरा पाकिस्तान का कॉन्टैक्ट है। बहुत शुक्रिया। ते माई न्यूएस्ट फ्रेंड एंड माई ब्रदर परवेज़ नाल मेरी पहले 2-4 दफ़ा गल हुई है, लेकिन वी मेट यस्टरडे। ऑनेस्टली साउंड लाइक के आई हैव नोन हिम फॉर लाइफ। खुले डुले जिस तरह साडे पंजाबी। ते दूसरी वड्डी गल ये है कि मेरे ग्राई ने खालिद भाई तुम तले जो भी कहो वो घट है। कोई इट वाज अबाउट महीना पहले, 1.5 महीना पहले सानू असी कनैक्टेड होए फोन ते पहली फोन कॉल ते इन्हें कहा जी कि कोई इहदे च शक्को शुबे की गुंजाइश नहीं है। नाट कि असी अपने इत्थे दोस्तां नूं ते भरावां नूं बुलावांगे, बल्कि जिस स्टेट च कहोगे असी बंदे तुहानूं वॉलंटियर चाहिए वॉलंटियर देवांगे, तुहानूं फाइनैंशियल सपोर्ट चाहिए फाइनैंशियल सपोर्ट देवांगे, तुहानूं कोई किसी किस्म की चाहिए। और इन्होंने बड़ा सियासी काम किया, इन्होंने पता है सियासत का, इन्होंने पता है इलैक्शन की लड़ी देने, इन्होंने पता है की जरूरत होंदियां ने। खालिद भाई थैंक यू सो मच। बहन बहुत शुक्रिया आपका। ते हावर साहब साडे दोस्त ते भरा ने। ते हावर भाई रियली लाइफ लॉन्ग रिलेशनशिप। Thank you for everything. Not just तुसी जो मेरे वास्ते कर रहे हो, for the community overall you do every day. And I am totally aware of the work you do in several different capacities. Thank you. ਅਸੀਂ ऐसे क्रॉस मोड ते हाँ ते तुहानूं दसां इस मौके की मुनासबत तुहानूं दसां अज तो कोई 18 साल पहले बेनज़ीर भुट्टो ने मैनूं कहा सी Doctor, you can become the leader of this city in Los Angeles. Well, I had a very close friend. Her name was Majida Ahmed. She was a doctor. She knew Benazir Bhutto very well. Her husband was close to Asif Zardari, but Majida introduced me to Benazir Bhutto. She was in Los Angeles, and I introduced Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto to a couple of politicians in California, and we had a discussion. And she said, I see the genes in you. Either you come to Pakistan, but preferably you should play a part in this politics, and I can see that you will do great things. This is the vision of those people. They can see. She was not really much older than me, but she had experience. She had learned from the street, not just from, she was daughter of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. She really sacrificed. She worked on, she was in the street protesting, she got injured, hurt, put in jail, and she came to the leadership. It's been many years, but we have been making progress. Slowly but definitely, surely, ਅਸੀਂ progress ਕਰਦੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ। ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ, ਅਗਰ ਉਹ ਟਰੂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਘਰ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਪੈਟਰੀਅਟਿਜ਼ਮ, ਸਾਡੀ ਲਵ, ਸਾਡਾ ਅਫੈਕਸ਼ਨ, ਸਾਡੀ gratitude for America, what America is giving us and what America is giving to our children. लेकिन पाकिस्तान थोड़ा कार है, पाकिस्तान से पैदा होए, पाकिस्तान से ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋਏ, ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਆਪਣੀ ਬਸਾਤ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਕੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਜੀਨਸ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਖੂਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵਿਚ ਐਵਰ ਵੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ, ਵੀ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਡੂ ਇਟ। ਔਰ ਆਈ ਨੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਦਿਲ ਬੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਚੈਰੀਟੇਬਲ ਕਾਜ਼ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਉੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਮਸਜਿਦਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਹੋਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਕਾਲਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਆਰਫਨਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਵਾਸਤੇ। लेकिन ये तुम्हें दसा the biggest support you can give to Pakistan is be effective and active in this country. अगर साड़ी आवाज़ होंदी इस मुल्क विच, Pakistani community has everything in this country, we would not be so much behind Indians. What they did 30 years before us is कि उन्होंने अपने थे पैर जमाए, वो अपने इलेक्टेड ऑफिस से चले गए, उन्होंने अपना इन्फ्लुएंस बढ़ाया। नॉट ओनली उन्होंने इन्फ्लुएंस बढ़ा के पावर ग्राउंड गेन की थी, बल्कि उन्होंने इन्फ्लुएंस बढ़ा के देखो जितना बिजनेस इंडिया च गया है। और टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई हैव नथिंग अगेंस्ट इंडिया, आई हैव ह्यूज इंडियन सपोर्ट. Indian Americans really love me in California. I have more Indian support than many Indian candidates there. लेकिन there is some kind of leadership, there's some kind of people who are harassing and who are abusing the rights of Muslims, the rights of Christians, the rights of other minorities, that we will keep on fighting. Like India का कोई लड़ाई नहीं है, सारा कोई competition नहीं है, लेकिन Pakistan could get its own fair share from India, from America and from rest of the world. लेकिन क्योंकि साड़ी access नहीं है उसे, साड़ी we are not on the table, we are not in policy making, we are not where the decisions are made and the contracts are decided. उस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विच ना डॉक्टर आसिफ महमूद का हिस्सा है, ना परवेज साहब का हिस्सा है, ना खालिद साहब का हिस्सा है। वो असी चाहते हैं वो साडे मुल्क वास्ते होए। If we take a big company, a big firm back to Pakistan, there'll be हज़ारों लोगों को जॉब मिलेगी, उन्होंने लाखों लोगों की उनकी फैमिली उन्होंने फायदा होएगा। हुन पैंडेमिक विच ते कुछ अमेरिका नाल इंडिया दे चाइना दे हालात थोड़े गड़बड़ होने की वजह नाल lot of business deviated from China. At least 30% of manufacturing and business has moved from China outside. 90% of that business and manufacturing has gone to India, and the rest of the 10% is gone to Bangladesh and Malaysia. Pakistan could have really benefited from that. Pakistan has skill, Pakistan has a hard-working people, Pakistan has educated people, Pakistanis are really more hospitable than any other nation on earth. Lekin we are not providing the opportunities, we are not providing the grounds for them to flourish. I am very thankful to my state of California and the district where I'm running from. I have been active for about 25 years. मैं हर रोज there is not a day go by I'm not doing something actively in politics, and American politics. I don't belong to any political party in Pakistan. I am willing to and available working with any government whoever wants to do good for the country and for the people. We worked very closely with Khan Saab's government, the PTI, when they have been in power. Any time they needed anything, we were there. And in the future, whoever will be there, if they want to do anything good for the country, they need any assistance from here, we are there, and we have expressed that anytime. Not to promote or favor a party, but promote and favor our country and our people. ਜਦੋਂ ਵੈਕਸੀਨ ਦਾ ਮਸਲਾ ਸੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਪੈਂਡੈਮਿਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ Pakistan is the biggest economic revenue from Middle East. ਸਾਡੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਵਰਕਫੋਰਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਮਿਡਲ ਈਸਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ economic crisis ਸੀ ਤੇ ਪੈਂਡੈਮਿਕ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਈ 50-60 ਹਜ਼ਾਰ ਲੋਕ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਮਿਡਲ ਈਸਟ ਤੋਂ, ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ ਮਿਡਲ ਈਸਟ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ they needed a standard vaccination. Pakistan had access to only Sinovac. I got a call from Pakistan ਕਿ ਬਈ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਅਗਰ ਡਿਲੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ 18 to 24 months to get Moderna or Pfizer, which is accepted. ਤੇ ਇਹ ਅਗਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਸਭ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਜੌਬ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ they need people to work and other countries like India and Bangladesh and Sri Lanka are there to replace them. We need to get them vaccination. So we need that sooner. ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ UNO ਜਾਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੀ 18 months to 24 months will give you your share. I was able to, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੋਗੋਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ I was the national chair for Asian outreach for Kamala Harris when she was running for president. And I was their national co-chair for Biden-Harris campaign in the campaign. So I reached out to Vice President and reached out to HHS department and aggressively worked. And we got them 100,000 doses within 30 days. So all those workers could go back to work and bring economy to back home and provide the resources for their families. ਜਦੋਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ climate conference ਸੀ, President Biden hosted a climate summit worldwide. They invited everybody. The Pakistan was excluded. India was there, Burma was there, Bangladesh was there, and this was number one. Pakistan could not be left behind because Pakistan is a country of 220 million, which is one of the top 10 countries in the world. Pakistan is a nuclear power. Pakistan has major effect of weather and climate on its own grounds, and without involving Pakistan, world cannot get to the climate equity. So I got a call about a week or 8 days before the summit, and they were very disappointed and they were very disheartened that Pakistan is not on the table. That is not fair deal on America. America talks about equality. I spoke to 2 people on that team at that time, and I offered them, if they allow us to work on this thing, we will be. They said this cannot happen. Don't use your energy and all that stuff. This is done deal. They already told us you're not invited. So let's work on that. If we get you on the table, they said if you get on the table, that will be a huge opportunity. Literally, I was talking to Amin Aslam, that was Minister for Climate in Pakistan, Federal Minister. In the afternoon, I took red-eye flight. I was in DC. That was Monday morning. And in 2 days, not only we were able to lobby and we were able to convince to get the invite, I sent them invite for climate summit before even State Department sent to Prime Minister. And Pakistan was given due representation. Jadu Hillary Clinton, I was one of the top 10-15 people in Hillary Clinton's campaign when she was running for first time. And nationwide, I'm not talking about California. So she lost the election and she became Secretary of State. ਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਉੱਥੇ State Department. So whom I called with the secretary wants to see you. And I know secretary very well. I know president and secretary very well. So it was an honor for me to go and meet secretary one-on-one. And she asked me, hey, what is your ambition? What do you want? She knew that I have a political ambition and I want to do something. How can we help you? What can I assist you? You've been my front soldier. You've done so much. How can I? We had a real issue for the doctors at that time that about 50% of the doctors अपने इम्तिहान पास कर लेते हैं, इंटरव्यू दे देते हैं, लेकिन वीज़ा नहीं मिलता. 50%. I told her that all you can do is get that visa process smoothed out and straightened out, because that is not only for our Pakistani doctors and their economics will get better. We need doctors in this country too. This will be equally a service for people of America too. She took it very seriously. Alhamdulillah, within 3 years, it was streamlined. 99% of Pakistani doctors who pass their exam, they get interview, they get visa. 99%. And last 5-6 years, ever since that happened, 1% who don't get visa, I have been, with the grace of God, have been able to assist them, those rejected people, visa, and bring them here. So 100% of the doctors are here who are qualified, passed and done that. लेकिन I believe in karma. I believe you do a favor to something, a society, reward only come from Allah.
Allah.
Very nice.
I tell you that this is my lifelong experience. I myself come from a humbling background. I went to schools. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਮਰਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿੱਕਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਪੜੀਦਾ ਸੀ ਬਾਰਿਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਤਾਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਲੇਕਿਨ it's really Allah's grace. I don't think I'm a very smart guy. I don't think so I'm very charismatic. All it is parents ਦੀਆਂ ਦੁਆਵਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਦੀ strength ਤੇ Allah ਦਾ ihsan. Literally ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ there is nothing else fourth factor there that I can go there and sit there. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਾਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ 3 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ India annexed Kashmir and there was a huge crisis and that was the first time I got involved in Kashmir cause. I had a very good friend, Consul General of Pakistan in Los Angeles. Allah knows General Nasib Kare, he passed away now. He reached out to me. He knew some Kashmiris and he wanted me to get involved in this thing. He knew that I have a lot of contacts in Capitol Hill and State Department and White House, so I can help on this. ਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਡਰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ 'ਚ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਫਗਾਨਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਚ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਡਰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿ right away there is a chance that you will be blended terrorist and your political career is gone. So I met Kashmiris. Purpose was to meet Kashmiris from Srinagar side, not from Mirpur side, because people who are suffering are in that side in occupied Kashmir. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰ 'ਚ ਨੇ ਮੀਰਪੁਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ they are privileged citizens. They have everything available. So we had repeated meetings. I made sure that those people are kosher, those people are right people, they are not involved in any terrorism. We started working on that. We made the game plan. I had said all our communities are generous and you guys do that. And I spend about 75% of my zakat ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਸੀ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ that's not a big amount in this country and 25% in Pakistan. ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਸਾਲ 100% I kept it for Kashmir cause. I put that money on PR companies and companies to get us ready to take that cause for Kashmir. Every person, whether they are diplomat from Pakistan, whether they are ambassador from Pakistan, whether they are Pakistani politicians, everybody thought that doctor, you are crazy, this is not going to go nowhere. I said, no, we need to make some impact on that. I was able to convince Asia Committee Chair in Congress, Congressman Brad Sherman, who happened to be chair of India caucus, to bring in a resolution on human rights abuse in Kashmir. If you have not seen that as a hearing, please, I would strongly recommend to see Congress the archives. It is still a part of history. And we were able to do in that part which collectively whole Pakistani diaspora, whole Pakistani government and lobbying firms could not do in 75 years. The thing is, the goal is not we're doing favor to somebody. Goal is not that we were helping Kashmir because they are Muslim. We were helping those people we firsthand knew they are being oppressed, they are being abused. There was a genocide going to be happen. Honestly, I don't want to take the credit of this. The real thing is, if we did not have that hearing, if we did not have the advocacy in Capitol Hill, thousands of people would have been dead. That's what the Indian plan was. They put more people. There was over 1 million soldiers in Kashmir guarding about 10 million people or 8 million people. So every 6 or 8 people had one soldier. So we were able to bring that resolution, and not only that, I was able to convince Indian origin Congresswoman Jayapal to be a sponsor of that resolution. These are really miraculous things. These are not that something I had power or something. You have a right intention. You are sincere. You work hard. Allah always bless you and Allah always be kind to you and help you. There are honestly countless things I can go. Last year, I got a call from Foreign Office that we have a breakdown between Pakistan and America. There is no connection at this time. And there are some important, vital interest issues, especially in our northern border. We need to start a dialogue. They asked me that if we can start some at least phone call or Zoom call or some kind of communication can be started. I personally spoke to Shah Mahmood Qureshi Saab, and he was very keen that we need to start something. And not only keen, he was anxious. He was concerned that if we don't start this thing, problem will be much bigger. I said, how about he asked me that senior membership from Congress or Senate could be connected. I offered them, how about if I bring Chair Foreign Affairs to Pakistan? They said it's not happening. We have sent them the invites. We have tried to contact them. It is not going to happen, but at least let's start some dialogue. Literally, within 30 days, I was able to take not only Chair Foreign Affairs, I was also able to take Chair Asia Committee to Islamabad. And it was not in a hiding thing. I hosted first breakfast for Chair Foreign Affairs, Chair Asia Committee, and some senior members of Pakistani government open meeting first to break the ice so that this amicable conversation can go on. And the dialogue started there. There is a lot we can do. And there is a lot we have done without sitting in the office. Just imagine, if we can do this much, and I just want to acknowledge one thing. It is not honestly, and I am very truthful, it's not because I am strong. It is because you are strong. For last 20 years, people from different parts of the country, people from different segments of our Pakistani community have been listening to me, writing checks and doing things for different members of Congress or presidential candidates and all that stuff. And only thing, quality or only good thing I did is I never took for 1 penny personal gain for anything. Not one thing. I don't have any business. The medical business I have, I'm not working, I'm not making money, and I have not been working now because I'm running for office. Other than that, I don't. I already declared my financials, and they'll be there. They are very mediocre. And I don't really have much desire to be very rich, because I think there are bigger things we can do. There are very good, astute people who know business very well. They can make money, and they are generous people. But what I mean to say is, this is the strength you all give, what we have done. Once we get a seat on the table in Capitol Hill, not only first Pakistani, first South Asian Muslim. You know, Muslims are at the verge of getting genocide in India. And I'm not just making this illusionary statement. This is really going that way. It's not just I am thinking that. It's not just Pakistanis are thinking that. American think tank, the British think tank, the European think tank are saying that loudly. Really, life of Muslims in India is in real jeopardy. And it's not only Muslims, life of Christians, life of Sikhs is also in the same way. And forget about the other caste system. And with due respect, not saying anything against India, it's an Indian regime who is bringing this policy. When we talk against Trump, that doesn't mean we talk against America. You can talk against a leader who has a wrong policy. That doesn't mean you are against that country. And I talk against Trump every day because he's anti-Muslim, because he's anti-immigrant, because he's anti-women. And there might be some of my brothers over here who are Republican, but I really respectfully beg to disagree on that he has created this kind of division in this country. So when we talk about Trump, that doesn't mean at all we talk against America. When we talk against Modi, that doesn't mean at all we talk against India. So we need to have that struggle. When I launched my campaign, 3-4 और बंदे Democrats were running in that office, and they had already fired. A couple of them had fired. Others have opened the committees. Within 2 weeks, about 19 days, I got so much support. All of them not only got out of the race, they already endorsed me, and they are literally all those 4 candidates are knocking doors for me. I have endorsements more than anybody in the country. Not a Muslim, not a Pakistani, not a South Asian, more than anybody in the country. Chair Foreign Affairs, Gregory Meeks, your congressman from New York. Chair Foreign Relations, Bob Menendez, who has no business of getting involved in California, but he trusts and believes my leadership. Chair Asia Committee, Chair Europe Committee, Chair Africa Committee, and Chair Latin America Committee have endorsed me. First time in the history, all those chairs have endorsed one candidate before primary. We have tremendous support from unions. Most of the unions have endorsed me. Some traditionally Republican favoring unions have also endorsed me. Many local clubs have endorsed me. California Democratic Party and takes the endorsement by the delegates. I got 95% of the delegates voting for me. That was one of the highest in the state. We have really a game going on there. In first quarter, we raised more money than my opponent by $500,000. I raised more money than anybody in the country as a challenger. About 1.4 million in 70 days. But the interesting thing is 70% of that money is not Pakistani and not Muslim. Only 1/3 or less than 1/3 of the money was Pakistani and Muslim. That means that people across the aisle, across the board are supporting us. They believe, people in America honestly don't care what religion you are, what caste you are, what race you are. They believe in you, you prove yourself. That is why this is called land of opportunity. That's why you call America the dreamland. People dream in different corners of the world and they can come and fulfill their dream over here. These are the things. That is why the historical thing will be in this race. 98% of my district is non-Muslim. Less than 2%, less than 1.5% are South Asian, not Pakistani. About 0.03% in that district is Pakistani. 0.03. But I have a unanimous support from Democratic Party because I'm a Democratic candidate from top to bottom. The leaders, national leaders in Democratic Party have endorsed me. In a couple of weeks, Lieutenant Governor of California is hosting me at her home, raising funds for me. But with all this said, this is not an easy road. It is a hard path and it's going to be a tough fight. We cannot finish the line without your support. You do a lot for different causes, but I assure you, this cause will be bigger than life. This is not for you. This is not the Yunus साहब का business बड़ा हो जाएगा या खालिद साहब कुछ मिल जाएगा. लेकिन this will definitely brighten the future of your children. This will definitely give the guarantee and safety and security to your children's children. This will bring more Pakistani Americans on board when the door will open. This will bring more opportunities of business for Pakistanis in this country and more business and options and opportunities for people who are living in that country. This will open more jobs for people who are living in that country in this country. At this time, on the high-tech visas, about 80% of goes between India and China. 20% rest of the world. Pakistan can play a significant part in that. And I assure you, in the next 10 years, there won't be a South Asian Muslim or Pakistani in this position for sure. I don't know who will be after that. Next 10 years, there won't be an opportunity. This is the opportunity now. This can help our community over here. This can help our children. This can help the future of our children. And this can help Pakistan. And this can help South Asia in general and the world particularly. But we need your support. Not only what you are going to write the check. You have many friends, different areas in New York. Some have friends in California. Everybody who's not in district can help us. And there is no compulsion. Somebody might be able to afford $5 and somebody will be able to afford $10,000. It is not. If somebody has $100 in account and he is giving $1, that is bigger than if somebody has $10 million and he's giving $1,000.
Yeah.
It is the capacity you have. We don't want somebody to miss a meal and give us money. We don't want somebody to miss a rent and give us money. But anybody who's going to go on and have a lavish dinner or lunch 4 times a month, we can tell them maybe just go 3 times a month. Maybe order less dessert. Maybe whatever you can. But not a penny of this fund will be spent on my or my family's needs. Not every dollar, every penny is audited at several different layers, and it will be spent that way. And I assure you, it will be spent very wisely, and we really have in sight the victory. And that victory will be all of us victory. It's not my victory. We will have bigger things to do, and we can do it. I am going to open this. If anybody has any question, any concern, I'll be happy to answer. But again, thank you so much for giving this opportunity, and thank you for getting together in such a short notice. Definitely that goes to the leadership of Al-Zaman Saab, who has been active for decades now and very well known here in Pakistan. Thank you.